What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another After Pill live stream. Happy Friday, right? Happy Friday evening. It's a beautiful, not too hot. Not too hot. It's still hot, but not too hot. Pretty decent Friday evening, Friday afternoon, whatever time zone you guys checking in from. Listen, it's a beautiful Friday. Make sure you come on in, hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Got my rest in for today. Corey, what's going on? Age of Cali, happy Friday, man. Good to see you. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to all of y'all. As y'all can see, I got the fresh cut. Listen, man, you ain't never seen a face this pretty, man. Listen, pause, no Diddy. Pause, no Diddy. Y'all ain't never seen a face this pretty, man. Come on now. Then got the smile with it. Hit your chick with the, uh, yeah, I hit her with this. You said what, baby? He said what? Then hit her with the. You got to hit her with the half smile. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Come on now. I really should be a model. Make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button. Come on in and hit that like button. Y'all already seen the title, so y'all already know what we're about to get into. Listen, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because it's the 100% truth, and I don't think it's being admitted enough. Billy Wallace said, shout out to Jess from the UK. Shouts out to the UK. Shouts out to everybody over there. Shouts out to all the bruvs over there in the UK, right? Shouts out to all of y'all. But yeah, we're going to dive deep into it. Pause, no did it. We're going to dive deep into it. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty. We're going to explain. I'm going to explain to y'all what's really going on out here. Make sure y'all hit that link in the description. Make sure you hit that link in the description. Episode 3, episode 3 for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge is going up tonight. It is going up tonight, right? Late tonight, yeah, more than likely. But episode 3 for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge is going up tonight, right? So make sure you hit that link in the description. Coaching calls are now available. You want to get your life together, right? You're trying to figure out your life. You're trying to figure out your career. You're trying to figure out your job placement. Listen, one-on-ones are now available. You're trying to get in tip-top shape, right? Or you got a relationship that you need help on. You're trying to figure out your marriage. You're trying to figure out your dating situation. Make sure you hit that link in the description. Coaching calls are now available. Make sure y'all also sign up for locals, right? I haven't dropped the episode over there yet. I have not dropped the episode over there yet, but we are coming. Don't worry. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Yeah, he said, I ignore people like that. I got to put the moderations on. But definitely a better version than Diddy. Diddy ain't got nothing on me. Hold up. Diddy ain't got nothing on me. Do you hear me? Right? But let me go ahead and put these moderations on because I already know the trolls are coming. The losers are coming. The losers are coming. The losers are coming. Let me go ahead and put the moderations on. Man, YouTube is filled up with a bunch of losers. It's ridiculous, man. At this point, I'm not even surprised, but YouTube is filled up with a bunch of loser as incels, right? Nobodies, fat sloppalopasauruses, right? YouTube is filled up with a bunch of losers. Actually, I'll take it a step further. Social media, right? Social media is filled up with nothing but losers. Losers, I tell you. Losers, I tell you. Nothing but losers, right? And I explained this on a different live stream, right? 90% of people are miserable, bro. Yeah, let me do my rant before we get down into the nitty gritty, into the meats and potatoes. Let me go on my rant. 90% of people are nothing but miserable. They're upset with their lives. They have no purpose. Ninjas are fat sloppalopasauruses. They don't eat right. They don't take care of themselves, right? They don't know which way is up, down, east, or left. Ninja. Yep, I said up, down, east, or left. They have no compass, no direction. But they can for sure look at the next man. They can for sure look at the next woman, and they know what hate is for sure. They know what envy is for sure. They know what it is to hate somebody from the bottom, the pits of their souls. They understand that part. Most people are haters, man. And social media is filled up with them. See, it's easy to get on here and hate and not create. Let me say that one more time. It's easy to get on here and hate and not create, right? It's easy to get on here and just be a plain Jane consumer, right? Be a plain Jane consumer and not be a producer, right? Most people who hop into the comment section, popping off at the mouth, got all that to say. Measure them. I guarantee you, if I measure them against myself, they're not even comparing. There is no comparison. Because typically the type of people that have the time and day to sit back and jump into somebody's comment section, right? To jump onto a platform where they're nobodies, right? They're not creating, they don't even consume the content to actually better themselves, right? Those type of people, I know for sure they have nothing going on for themselves, because people who do have things going on for themselves, I can't fathom becoming a keyboard warrior and typing some hateful comments, right? Typing some disturbing stuff to somebody that I don't know, all for the sake of what? Come on now, that's pure hate. That's pure stupidity. It's pure stupidity. Pure, just pure dummies. Pure dummies, right? And that's all I got to say on that. Then just be hating, and you got to watch out. You got to watch out for haters too, right? Hate nowadays will get you knocked off. Hate nowadays will get you knocked off. People's hatred runs so deep now, right? If you're doing good for yourself, right, you're doing better than people around you, right? Even if you're just climbing up the ladder, right? You got to watch out for people, right? Especially for you guys who, you're in shape, you're handsome, all that. You can take somebody chick, you can take somebody chica, right? For you guys, you definitely got to be more careful, because now in the age of social media, right? They see this stuff all day long throughout social media. They see guys taking dudes chick. They see the tall, they see the handsome, they see the rich, they see this, they see the that, they see the yacht girls, they see all of this. Bro, they're internalizing all of this stuff. So when they see somebody that looks like that guy in person, oh, the pure demon comes out. And don't ever underestimate how far somebody's envy will go. Never underestimate how far somebody's hatred will go. Never underestimate any of these people. Never underestimate your enemy. That's one of the 48 laws of power. Never underestimate your enemies. Because that person that you thought was on your side, that person that you thought was in your corner, could be one of the main ones plotting on your downfall, could be one of the main ones plotting to see you for anything, plotting to get you robbed, plotting to get you took out, all the above, right? That person that you think that like you, come on now. Come on now. They can dislike your very soul and you don't even know it. That's why I don't put anything past anyone. I don't trust smiling faces. I don't trust frowning faces. Right? But let's go ahead and jump into the meats and potatoes. Right? Creed of the outlier. I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. So they gossiped, mocked, tried to shrink me, but I didn't bend and I didn't fold, and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd, NPCs. I walk above it. I see through the mask and I speak with conviction forged in pain and clarity. Every betrayal carved focus into my soul. Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride. My mission is not optional. My legacy is non-negotiable. And my time is coming. I am built for this, and I will win. Created the outline. But let's go ahead and jump into the meats and potatoes. Make sure y'all hit that link in the description. Check out the Patreon. Check out the locals. If you need a coaching call, make sure you hit that link in the description. Yep, you got to pay for it, Ninja. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not going to super chat, if you're not going to hit that link in the description, at least hit the like button. The like button is free. The like button is free. If you can't even hit the like button, I know you a hater. If you can't even hit the like button, yeah, you just hate watching. If you can't even hit the like button, yeah, something wrong with you. I already know something wrong with you. Yep, go ahead and exit off. Yep, called you out. Hate watchers, called you out. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into we're 10 minutes in. Still got people that need to come into the congregation. It's Friday evening. What's going on? People just now getting off of work. People probably headed home. Make sure you turn me on your way to the house, on your way to wherever you going. Make sure you turn me on. You need to hear this. You need to understand this. We're gonna break this down to a T. Do y'all understand? But all I ask for you is to hit that like button. So y'all already seen the title, so y'all already know what we're about to get into. Listen, take my sip. In today's time, 2025, high quality women are almost non-existent. As of today, right? August, whatever today is, 13th, 14th, 15th, I think, 2025, as of today, there are very limited amounts of high quality women. Right? We got to call a fact a fact. We got to call a spade, right? This is the reason why the dating dynamics are. I mean, there's a variety of different reasons why the dating dynamics is the way that it is right now. It's a reason why marriages are plummeting. There's a reason why the mom and pop stores that used to sell the dresses, right, the gowns and everything. There's a reason why these stores are going out of business. There's a reason why the jewelry stores are going out of business, right? Because everything is plummeting. Right? Why is everything plummeting? There's not many women who are worthy of such an occasion. First and foremost, the white dress used to stand for purity. Right? When a woman put on that white dress, right, it stood for purity. It meant that woman at that point in time was a virgin. Right? She was untouched. Right? Fathers used to go out of their way to make sure that their daughters were untouched. Right? They went out of their way to make sure that, yep, this I'm giving you pure product right here. Right? I'm giving you my daughter. I'm giving you a woman, right, that hasn't been tampered with. This used to be how it was. Right? But now that has even lost all meaning, right? Let's get the likes up, right? Women, Blake Bradley, what's going on? Women are used to things on a silver platter. Exactly. Women are used to things being handed to them on a silver platter, not having to put in any kind of work. In 2025, women don't have to put in no work. Right? Your mids don't have to put in any work. Your slopalopasauruses don't have to put in any work. Your fat women don't have to put in any work. Your ghetto gaggers don't have to put in any kind of work. Who else we want to name? The baddies, whatever you classify as a baddie, 8s and up, 7.5s and up, they don't have to put in any work. None of these women have to put in any work anymore. Right? Mainly because there are so many men, who are willing to accept the bare minimum from a woman, right? That's one of the issues, right? To keep that woman, You rather accept the bare minimum. Let's talk about it. To keep that woman, you rather accept the bare minimum, right? So you accept all kind of bad behavior, you accept all kind of back talk, you accept all kind of. Now I'm talking now I'm talking to the men who are actually doing their thing out here. Now I'm not talking to you 50-50 ass ninjas. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you ninjas who not paying to play. I'm not talking about you ninjas who are not paying the cost to be the boss. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the ninjas who are paying the cost to be the boss. Right? Now for you ninjas who doing 50-50, 60-40 ninja, right? Or whatever you doing, right? I can't talk to you because one you're giving up leverage in the first place even doing that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you're doing that, you're already giving up leverage. So I really can't have I've talked about this plenty of times, but I can't even really talk to you because you're giving up leverage. You're giving up leverage. So until you gain leverage, then we can have that conversation. But for the guys who are in a leverage position, and I mean even for the guys who are not in a leverage position, you give up your manhood. You give up your manhood. You give up your dignity. You give up what you stand for. You give up your pride as a man. You give up all of these things. Why? Just so you can have a woman in your corner. Right? And a mediocre woman at that. And when I say mediocre woman, I'm not even just talking about looks. I'm talking about the whole package deal. Right? Because an 8 can go to a 5 real quick if her attitude is disgusting. A 8 can go to a 4 real quick, right? Real quick, if her character is disgusting, if her internal is disgusting, right? Anything goes said, life is so hard and it just gets harder. Randy Gonzalez, what's going on? This is what you have to understand, right? Y'all are giving up leverage, y'all are giving up your dignity, all for mediocre ass women. Right? There are no there are very minimum women, right, who deserve that ring. Right? There's not too many women out here today who deserve your last name. There are not too many women today who deserve to have your seed. Right? But you still have men out here giving these dirty fleas, giving these dirty roaches, these dirty ants. They're still giving these women last name because most of the women who are getting married today as of 2025 are recovering 304s and 304s. I'm sorry. Calling it how it is. Most of the women who are getting married today are recovering 304s or actual 304s. No in betweens. And for the women who were worth getting married, for the women who were worth something, those women got scooped up in like high school, bro. And we already know what goes down in high school still. Those women got scooped up a long time ago. We're talking for you guys who may be Gen Z, older Gen Z, right? Younger millennials, maybe even older millennials, right? You remember high school, right? So early 2000s, all the way to the teens in the 2000s, right? That was your time right there. That was your time right there. If you didn't scoop up something over the past 10, 20, 25, 30 years, Ninja, you're done. And even still, we still see boomers get hit upside the head. We still see millennials get beat upside the head. They get hit upside with bricks every single day. We see it time in and time out. But specifically over the past 10 to 20, 25 years, if you haven't found a wife, you ain't going to get one. So for you lover boys out there, you Drake ass ninjas, right? If you haven't found that wife over the past 10, 20 years, it is it. It is over. Right? Any chick that you get right now, ninja, you're going to be playing Build-A-Bear, ninja. You're going to be trying to turn a whore into a housewife. That's just what it is. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be trying to turn a whore into a housewife because that's all that is out here. There's no more high quality women. I came out with an episode. I said that you're either going to be tricking or simping. Pick your lane. I don't care if you and I don't care if you go down the marriage route or not. You're going to be tricking or simping. Pick your lane. There's no in-betweens anymore. Right? For you ninjas who like, I'm a hold masculine frame. No, you're not. No, you're not, buddy. Pick your lane. Or they will pick one for you, or you can be a monk. But you already see what happened with the monks. It was a chick some chick was smashing the monks, and she had threatened to release the names of all the monks that she was smashing. Y'all remember that? Y'all didn't see that on the news, huh? Y'all didn't see that circling around, right? Some OF chick in the Himalayas, I'm guessing. In the Himalayas, she was smashing the monks. Right, the monks were smashing her, and she threatened. I guess she didn't get paid or something like that, something along those lines. I'm gonna have to do a segment on that story. But she was smashing the monks, right? And she threatened to come out and release the names of the monks because y'all are pretending to not be having sex and all of this stuff, and meanwhile they banging chicks, something like that, man. So I mean, if you want to go be a monk, go be a monk. But you see, it ain't even working out for the monks, ninja. Right? It ain't even working out for the monks. So if that's the route that you want to go ahead. But for the most part, most men are not trying to go that route. Most men want to get their whistle wet. So pick your lane. You're either going to be simping or tricking. And a large majority of men who can't afford to trick, right? Who can't afford to trick, or maybe they can trick just a small. They can only trick a small amount. They can only trick a small amount. They have no choice but to simp out. Simpanzees. Welcome to the simpocracy. Most men have no choice but to simp out because most men don't have the leverage, right? And because most men don't have the leverage, guess what? The quality of women go down because the majority of men don't have the leverage to require a certain standard. This is why leveling up is important. This is why becoming the best version of yourself is important. Because when a bulk of men up the standard for themselves and for everyone around them, when the bulk of men up the standard, guess what everything does around them? The standard around you goes up another level. But when you have the bulk of men who are chimpanzees, fat sloppalopasauruses, no standards, no expectations. They're just accepting the bare minimum. They're accepting anything with a slit between their legs. Guess what you get? You get women, you get groups of women, the bulk of women, right, who don't have to work on themselves. They can be sloppalopasauruses too. They can be demons in human form too, right? They can just demand whatever they want to demand without you saying a damn word because you don't have the leverage anymore. And what we're coming across in today's time is the bulk of men without leverage. The bulk of men who have no leverage. Not because they can't, it's because they will not. So because the bulk of men are chimpanzees and don't have the leverage, right? The leverage have to go somewhere, right? Energy is neither created nor destroyed, correct? Energy is neither created nor destroyed. So somebody has to have the leverage. If it's not going to be the men, guess who it's going to be? It's going to be the women. Somebody has to have the ups. And in 2025, the women have the ups. Right? People complain all day when men have power, right? Oh, when men have power, they do this, they do that, right? They don't know how to handle their power, this, that, and the third, right? Oh, y'all ain't seen nothing. Wait till women get the bulk of the power. Wait till women get the bulk of the power. I already told y'all what's about to happen. Y'all think I'm playing? I've already foreseen this. I pay so close attention to what's going on in the world. I already made a video and said the majority of men will become slaves to the modern day woman. Mark my words. The majority of men because the majority of men won't have leverage. The majority of men will have leverage stripped away from them. The majority of men will become modern day slaves to modern day women. Mark my words. I came out with that. I came out with that video several months ago, right? And you can clip this. You can do whatever you want to do. Clip this is August 2025. I said this. The majority of men will become modern day slaves to the modern day women, right? Why? Why? How? How, Sway? How, Tap? How is that possible? One, like I just said, men have no leverage, right? When you have no leverage as a man, guess what that creates? Desperation. What happens? What happens when someone is desperate? They're willing to do whatever it takes to get what they're so desperately fiending after, right? And it just so happens that many men today are fiending after what? Love. It just so happened today, what are the majority of men fiending after? Marriage, right? It just so happened today that the majority of men are fiending after what? A family, right? It just so happened to be. God's chosen in Jamaica says a good amount are already slaves. I agree. Angel Kelly said, by the way, those women smash those monks because once the monastery finds out, the monks have to disrobe. So you know what story I'm talking about then, right? Yeah, that was her intentions from the get-go. See, women women's whole goal, right? And not saying that they're evil or bad for doing this. Many women's whole goal is to derail. Their whole goal is to derail you. Their whole goal is to continue to test your gangster. Right? Just like how Bunny Blue took on the task, right, of smashing all of those men. Right? She wanted to test the limits. She wanted to test the limits. How many men can she take? Women always want to push the envelope. They want to push the limits. So her point was, oh, these monks are so disciplined, huh? Yeah, okay. Guess what? All the men that I ever come across, as soon as I open up my legs, they fold. All the men that I ever come across, when I open my legs, they fold. They go for it. They want this punani. So she took up the ultimate test. She said, well, if all of these men are folding just when I open up my legs, when I flirt, when I throw this punani on them, let me test the monks since they're so disciplined, huh? It wasn't, she didn't do it for any kind of noble reasons. She didn't do it for any kind of noble reasons. She didn't do it just because she wanted to smash a monk. No, she wanted to smash the monks just to see, just to understand, or just to find out that they were going to fold. She wanted to prove a point. She wanted to prove the point that all of you ninjas are the same. It doesn't matter if you're a monk. It doesn't matter if you're a pastor. It doesn't matter if you're a man of the cloth. It doesn't matter if you're a priest, ninja. All of you will fall when I open up my legs. That was her whole point. That was her whole point. Her whole point was to prove that she had the power and the men didn't. Come on now. Shouts out to Vontae, though, with the super chat. I appreciate that. Vontae says, love you, Pill. I'm going to speak with you soon. I appreciate that, Vontae. Yes, sir. We'll talk soon. Moy. Listen, talk to YouTube. YouTube, stop not sending out my notifications, man. My boy Moy ain't getting the notifications. I don't know sometimes they send out a notification, sometimes they don't. You know, YouTube iffy. You know, when you make certain videos, you know, they iffy with when they send out the notifications and all that stuff, right? Make sure we get the likes up. Make sure we get the likes up. She knew those monks was giving up their monastery status to smash her. Yeah. But who do we blame? Who do we blame in that instance? Do we blame the woman who was sent to destroy? Right? Do we blame Delilah? Do we blame Delilah? Do we blame Delilah for Samson's downfall, or was that all on Samson? Do we blame Eve for the fall of man, or do we blame Adam? Who do we blame? We can't just keep on. Oh yeah, she knew she wanted to destroy them. Okay, Samson knew better too. Samson knew. Samson knew not to let a woman get close to him. He had a mission. He had a purpose. God already told him. He knew he wasn't supposed to reveal his where his power lay, that his power was in his hair. Samson knew better. But guess what? He fell for that 304. Right? And guess what? Got all the way to the end and still died. Samson got all the way to the end and he still died. Right? He grew his hair back out. He got his power back, and he destroying where he was held in captivity. Him destroying that, he ended up killing himself in the process. He ended up bringing the whole place down in the process. But he never would have ended up there if he would have just stuck to his purpose. Come on now, can we get an amen in here now? Can we get an amen up in here now? Right? If Adam would have stuck to his God-given right, Adam knew better. Adam knew better, but he let that woman lead him astray. He let the woman lead him astray, bro. This stuff is written. I don't care what book you want to study, the Bible, the Quran. Listen, it is written, ninja. We're seeing it live today. You can't even debunk this stuff. We're seeing it live in the flesh. This has been talked about for centuries. There's a reason why women were. I'm not. Listen. I can't say it on YouTube, but there's a reason. There's a reason. There was a reason. Because once the gates of Babylon, are open, there's no going back. And where are we now? Women are getting more open about it too. I've had women come to me in front of their boyfriends, bro. Listen, I'm so jaded, Ninja. I'm so jaded. I've seen so much. I've seen so much. I've seen so much. I can't even listen. I can't even do it. And maybe I'm meant to see what I'm meant to see. I can't trust a soul, especially women. I don't care if it's my woman. I don't listen. The trust only goes so far. Jay just came back from running on the track, been out here for 2 hours. Shouts out to Jay getting that workout in. I'm actually getting me a workout in. As soon as I get off this live stream, I'm gonna get me a workout in. Blake Bradley says, "Yep, look at Shannon. He came far, but then lost to a OF woman, bro. God is showing you this stuff to awaken you. Yep. Just look at Shannon, bro. They said the settlement because he had to settle. He settled outside of court, right? So she came after him for $50 million. She came after him for $50 million. They ended up settling. The word on the street, nobody actually knows the full amount, but they're saying that he probably settled for half or a little bit less than half. So let's just say 15 to 20 of that 50 million he ended up giving to her. Right? Shannon Sharp never even made more than 20 to 30 million for his NFL career. Moy says way too many gumps out here. Shannon didn't even make 20 to 30 million in his entire NFL career. He ended up making the bulk of that money outside of the NFL. Well, not outside of the NFL. He did the sports casting and then later on started a podcast. So the bulk of that money ended up coming after he got into the league. Imagine giving a woman all that you've made in your entire NFL career. Imagine this little old woman, this teenage woman, right? Imagine giving that woman all of your earnings that you ever made in your entire NFL career, all because you couldn't cough up $25K per cheek, nigga. I mean, come on now. Come on now. It's wicked out here. And for him to be that old and for him not to see that coming, come on now. Come on now. And for the CEO guy, the CEO probably he has to get the dang on idiot of the year. The CEO of that tech company, he is crowned the idiot of the year. Now he fumbled. Not only was the woman ugly, right? Not only was the woman ugly, Ninja, this dude was getting paid $50 million a year. $50 million a year. He fumbled, right? Now he probably, now of course I know he got a bunch of money stacked up, but he fumbled. And here's the thing: men are either gonna fall. Men are either gonna make the choice to fall, and it's gonna have something to do with a woman, or a woman is gonna make that choice for you, and you're still gonna fall. But either way, most of the times, if men are in poverty, listen, I'm sure a woman is tied to that. If a man is losing money, a woman is tied to it. I'm sorry. For you build a bears, ninjas, you want women to build with you, ninja. This, bro, it was never meant to be like that. Yeah, when you reach that status, you can't take a relationship too serious unless that woman has came with you from the complete bottom to the top. Now there are women out here. There are very few women out here, who are like that, and they can be battle tested and all of that. If that woman didn't come from you from the mud on up, right? It is almost impossible. I don't even understand why dudes even get all this money and then still get married. I don't understand. Y'all get the likes up. Let's go. Push it out into the algorithm. Get the likes up. The like button is free. The like button is free. If you're not going to super chat, if you're not going to hit the link in the description, right? If you're not going to become a member, right? Hit the super chat. And actually becoming a member is cheaper. Ninja, you can become a member. Become a member, support the channel, right? But I do not believe in building with a woman. I don't believe in that, right? Throughout history, you don't see too many, you don't see, if not at all, men building with women. No. If you even when you want to take it to the beginning of time, as far as biblical goals for you Bible ass ninjas, shouts out to Moy with the super chat. For you Bible ass ninjas, you like to toss the Bible around, right? Even with Adam was created long before Eve, right? The garden was created long before Eve, right? It is after God observed Adam and he said, "Oh, it's not good. It's not good for man to be alone." So he pulled Adam from the rib, ninja. He pulled Eve from the rib, then created Eve from Adam. It's not good for man to be alone. Right? So he had already created the palace, ninja. He already created the garden. Everything, all the fruits and vegetables was already laid out. Ninjas had the pool in the back. Ninjas had the lake back there. Ninjas had the mansion over there. Ninjas were walking around naked. Didn't know what was going on. Ninjas was like this, walking around, ninja, right? Then lo and behold, he added a chick in the mix. He added a chick in the mix after everything was already built. After it was built. Right? So he added Eve after the fact. He added Eve after the fact. Come on now. Adam was the original simp. Adam ain't never had no punani before. Y'all got should we give Adam some leeway? He ain't never had it before. Hey, Eve was putting that thing on Adam. Snow bunny, sugar baby, marriage. But what's so funny, Moy, is that those same sugar babies, those same sugar babies, they'll ended up wanting to get married, and somebody end up picking them up, right? Maybe not, but those sugar babies, they'll still try to get married. They'll still try to get married. They'll still get attached to a man. And guess what? These dudes will still pick it up. These dudes will still pick it up. It's almost as if men do not care about standards anymore. But I mean, to be honest with you, to even deal with the woman nowadays, I don't care what age range you're talking about, it does not matter. To even deal with the woman nowadays, listen, you have to understand that you're going to be dealing with a recovering 304, right? A past 304 or a current 304, right? And hoes come in varieties. Now you have some extreme 304s and you have some moderate 304s, right? You have some 304s that just went through a phase for like 2 years and then that was it. Or you have some 304s that been ran through for years. But to think that it is not happening, y'all got another thing coming. Instead of recovering 304, yeah, those for the church ninjas, right? For you church ninjas, yeah, the recovering 304s are usually in the church, right? They looking for you, right? And it's so crazy because you would think that these guys would be up on knowledge. You would think that they'll be up on knowledge, but they're not. What makes y'all think that women who are used to manipulating men, what makes y'all think that women who are used to dealing with a bunch of men, aka strippers, aka escorts, aka sugar babies, aka bar girls, aka whatever you want to, wherever you want to name. She don't even have to be a bar girl. She don't even have to be in a nightlife. She can just be dealing with a bunch of men. You would think that you would think and understand that women who have been ran through, women who have been dealing with man after man after man, you would think that they will understand that these women know and understand how men work. They know and understand how men operate. They know and understand how to manipulate a man and tell him exactly what he wants to hear. You would think that they understand that. What makes you think that just because a woman gets back into the church, that she is still not in that state of mind? Yeah, she may mean well. Right? She may mean well. Her intentions may be well. Doesn't mean her intentions are evil. But what makes you think that same manipulation, that same survival tactics, those same tactics that she used to extract resources out of the men at the bar, out of the men in the club, what makes you think that she is not using those same practices to extract the same exact thing out of your gump chimpanzee ass? Preach. Come on now. Can I get an amen in here? Somebody pass me a towel. Somebody pass me a towel. Jay Garcia, Myron. You talking about Myron Gaines? Trad women are just women, bro. I'm telling guys this, bro. Trad women are just women who understand that this is what men want, and they're faking the funk. That is it. That is it. And Jay Garcia, if you're talking about Myron Gaines, I mean, bro, these guys are not even getting the cream of the crop type women. And when I say cream of the crop, I'm talking about the women that these guys even speak of, right? Hello, Myron chick was tired of him not fucking you. Listen, these guys, the guys who are even speaking of these chicks, right? They're not even getting the cream of the crop type women. They're not even getting the cream of the crop, right? And it doesn't make sense that these guys would even go that route knowing what they know. It makes no sense. The JUCO is undefeated. It makes no sense. Even Fresh, you seen what Fresh went through months ago. You seen what Fresh went through months ago with the girl and the pregnancy and all of that stuff. Was that said, you're a funny stand-up comedian. I could be. I appreciate it. But these guys, they're not even getting those type of women. So that goes to show you, if the at the top of the bracket, if the top of the line guys are not even getting the top of the line women, and when I say top of the line, I'm not just talking about beauty. I'm more so talking about just character, just preservation. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So that has to mean that there are very, very limited women who are operating on that frequency. Very limited amount. And I'm not saying by no means that they don't exist. What I am saying is the majority of y'all will not get one because there's not enough to go around. Just like there's not enough six-figure men, right? 6 foot tall men, right? Just like it's not that many. Like remember the post that I posted? Only 5% of men are like 6'1", 6'2", right? Only 5% of men. Just like those men are rare. In 2025, those type of women are rare. I don't care if you want to go to the church, you want to go to the Buddhist center. I don't know wherever you want to go, Ninja. And nope, you ain't going. You are not going to Colombia and finding a wife. You idiots. Because I know some of y'all still believe that. I know some of y'all still believe that you're not going to Colombia and finding no wife. No, you're not. You're not going to. You're trust and believe. You sure are not going to Dominican Republic and finding no wife. I'm sorry. And when I say wife, you can get married. Oh no, you can get married for sure. You can get married, but you're not going to find a wife. And y'all better watch my old episode when I say, is it possible? Is it possible for a woman to have a past and to be a wife in her future? Is it still possible? He said that's not slander. That's not slander. It's just facts. I'm not slandering the Dominican Republic. No, I'm definitely not anti-Dominican Republic at all, Ninja. Listen, look at me, boy. Ninja, please. Please. Definitely not. Love it over there, Ninja. But I released a video and said, is it possible? Is it possible for a woman to have a past and still be a quality wife? And what I said it is possible. I'm a realist, right? It is possible. Likely, we can. It's debatable. Possible, yeah, absolutely possible, right? Just like it's possible. Is it possible for a man to be a felon and still come back into regular society and become an upstanding citizen? Absolutely. It's still possible. So my question is, can a woman still have a past and still be a quality wife? Is it possible? Is it possible? You said, I think I'm going to travel to New Zealand. Go for it. You said, Moy already know what's going on. He said, I stay far from Dominican chicks. Right? JC, what's going on? But is it possible? And if I'm going to be real, like I'm always am, right? I think it is possible. Likely, no, because we know the higher the body count, the higher, the more men that she's been with, it makes pair bonding damn near impossible, right? She's always going to be comparing you to the next man, to the other man. So I mean, I don't think that a dude even should be dealing with a woman like that. But it's possible. It's possible. JC, I just got done with training in Utah. I got the job. AP, shouts out to JC. Shouts out to JC. Shouts out to JC. You in Utah? Ninja done went to Utah. Weren't you just in where was he? You was in Nebraska. This ninja done went from Nebraska to dang on Utah, Ninja. Where you at? Salt Lake City? But shouts out to you. I told you, didn't I tell you? I said you gotta listen, you need to schedule a one-on-one with me. Go ahead and hit that link in the description. Right? I told you, didn't I tell you need to get out of Nebraska? I said you need to get out of that state. And lo and behold, yeah, JC, you scheduled a call with me before, and we sat back and talked. But yeah, I told you you had to get out of Nebraska, Ninja. Didn't I tell you? Then Ninja in Salt Lake City. By the way, Salt Lake City is beautiful. Utah is beautiful in general. Utah is beautiful in general, but Salt Lake City, right? It looks like a different world. The mountains, bro. It's out and well, I guess you call that the Midwest? It's still Western. It's not really Midwest. I guess out there in the West, out there in the mountains. But Salt Lake City is beautiful. If you've never been to Salt Lake City, make sure you get a chance to go out there. The views are beautiful. The mountains are crazy, right? Something, out of a movie, right? Especially in the wintertime. In the wintertime, the skyline is beautiful. The mountains are beautiful, right? It's nice out there. Shouts out to JC though. Shouts out to JC for putting the pedal to the metal, getting to that chicken bag, right? That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to see. And let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. But shouts out to you, JC. But yeah, man. So for you guys who still hoping, yes, sir, all my friends still in college scam. But for all of you guys who are hoping, right, that a wife is just gonna fall out the sky, and then here's the thing too. Here's the thing too. A lot of guys, they don't like. They're scared to ask questions. They already know the answer. A lot of guys are willing to overlook. They're willing to overlook what is really going on. They're willing to overlook her past. They don't even want to hear it. They don't even want to know about it because it's going to break their soul. But a lot of men already know. Most men are insecure, absolutely. They just want to stay in. Man, listen, and I always take it back to work, bro, because stuff just be happening. Like if I could film every single interaction that I've been in, you would think like, dang, this tap really do be going through this stuff, bro. I was walking by this dude, man. His dude was with his girl, and I was working, bro. I'm working like always, and like his girl kept looking at me. His girl kept looking at me, and I was just like, "Oh, here we go." And she just kept looking, and this ninja had to look at her. I'm like, why? He was like, literally, like he was whispering it, but I could hear it. Like, why you keep looking at him? Stop looking. Like, why, bro? I mean, that's the most embarrassing. I was like, my heart broke for this ninja. I was like, oh my god, bro. These dudes are going out so bad. Like this dude literally why you keep looking at him? It's like, why you keep looking at him? Stop looking at him. And she was like, I'm not. Like, yes, I seen you. I watched you. I'm like, bruh. I can't do anything but shake my head at this point. These dudes are going out so bad over these chicks. I'm like, bro, how's this happening? And that's when y'all talk about oh, men are getting red pilled, or when y'all talk about oh, men are becoming based. No, they are not. No, they are not. These dudes are based online. That is it. That is it. I promise you. I promise you. These dudes pop off at the mouth. That is it. These dudes are not, well, if you want to call it red pilled, if you want to call it awakened, wherever you want to call it, right? Based, whatever you want to call it. These dudes are based only online. These dudes are based only on YouTube. These dudes are based only on the keyboard. They're not based in real life. I promise you. Yeah, most men are not based. They're fake based. Dudes that get on here and they'll type keyboard warriors, type all of that stuff. But when it comes to real life, scenarios, I promise you they're not like that. And this is primarily what turned me off about the conservatives. This is what turned me off about the conservatives, because I thought these ninjas was real. I thought these ninjas was like that. I thought they was like that, ninja. But then I started to come across these dudes and just get a whiff of them and get to hearing them, but I'm not seeing it. I'm I'm, what's in the air smells a little funny. It smells a little funky. And when you really get to talking to them, and I'm like, bro, these dudes are not real. Shouts out to JC. These dudes are not real. These conservatives are not real. Right? And I'm just sitting back and I'm like, I thought y'all was like that. Right? These dudes are cucks, literally. They listen to their woman. Their woman don't listen to them. I've come across so many self-proclaimed conservative, self-proclaimed, I'm a man of the house, and I've met so many self-proclaimed masculine dudes, bro. It, trust and believe, these dudes are not it. They're not living what they say. First of all, I don't even trust. Bro. If you're not taking care of your body, I can't even trust you. I don't trust a man who is not taking care of his body. I'm sorry. That's just my standards. Martian, I'm not even about to entertain that. You got to throw up a super chat for me to entertain that kind of question. If you're a man, if you're a grown man, especially in prime age, and when I say prime age, that is anywhere between 15 all the way up until 50. Yep, I said 50. That's your prime ages. 15 to 50. Now by 50, your body start to, your testosterone is not as high. But I've seen some 50-year-olds in top shape as well. But from 15 to 50, if you were a fat slob from 15 to 50 or anywhere in between, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. If you're not willing to take care of your body, which means if you're not taking care of your body, I know you have no get up and go about yourself anywhere else. I don't trust you. There's very, very rare men, very few men who are, have the resources and at the same time fat. But even them ninjas, I don't trust them ninjas either. OB, Jay Garcia. I remember that joke, bro. That had me dying, bro. Bro, they either obese or malnourished. It's crazy. Can't trust a malnourished, can't trust a scrawny ninja either. What's so funny is the scrawny ninjas be trying to act so tough. The scrawny ninjas be trying to act the toughest, right? Bro, you don't even have enough meat on your bones. You don't even have enough muscle composition for me to jaw check you. If I jaw check you, I might just be charged with first degree ninja. If I jaw a malnourished ninja, I might just get charged with first degree. But they be some of the toughest ninjas. They pop off at the mouth. These be some of the most based ninjas. These scrawny ass ninjas. These scrawny ass ninjas. Many of these guys are just not it. I'm sorry. Newborn, he said newborn built. Newborn built. Built like babies, bro. I've met dudes be 25, 26, built like they 14 years old. I'm like, bro, it's nothing. Bro, I started getting big before I got into the gym. Right? All I would do is push-ups and sit-ups. Come on, classic exercises. Right? Classic exercises. Right? You don't need all the big equipment. Yes, the weights help and all that stuff. But just to get in shape, bro, you can go outside and run. You can do push-ups on your own. Put your feet up under your sofa or your bed and just do some simple sit-ups. Bro, I promise you, you can still get in tip-top shape. You can get a chair. I know you got a chair, and I hope you got a chair. Right? You can just take a chair and do some dips. Take a chair just like this, spread your legs out, and just do some dips. That's all you have to do. You can do some of the best workouts you can do at home. All you need is a floor. Ninja, I'll take it even further than that. All you need is your body, Ninja. It's simple. Some of you niggas probably stay next to a playground or something. Bro, you can go to the monkey bars and just do some pull-ups real quick. Do some pull-ups. Bro, it's literally like no excuse to be obese and malnourished. It's just no excuse. It's literally no excuse. Bro, I've seen dudes get big just off of home workouts alone. Just off home workouts alone. It's easy to get big. Not even just the aim don't even have to be big and bulky, just to be in shape in general. Scrawny and skinny is not in shape. If you look like I can flick you with my finger, I'm sorry. I can probably flick you with my finger. Push-ups, pull-ups, lunges, exactly. Calisthenics, yep. I'm lean muscle mass, and I get girls, yep. Just get lean. You ain't got to be big like the Hulk, right? People can't even tell how much I weigh when I don't have this shirt on. When I have like a uniform shirt on or something like that, people can't even tell how much I weigh, right? Because I have a lean body composition. But when I put something on like this, people think, "Dang, you big," right? I fluctuate between 210 and 215. So between 210 and 215, I'm not even bulky, but I look very big because I'm heavy in muscle composition, right? But in general, I'm very lean. I am still very lean, even though I look big, right? Because you can't tell until my shirt is off or I have a muscle shirt on like this. But if I'm just in a regular shirt, you can still see the physique, but you can't tell. You would think, oh, you probably 190, right? You're probably 190. Nah, buddy. Nah, buddy. 210, 215. But yeah. But yeah, as far as back to the main conversation, as far as quality women, listen, it doesn't even matter if at this point, it doesn't even matter if you get the money. It don't matter if you get the money. The money is not even a problem anymore. Because these dudes are marrying yacht girls. Like I got to do a whole segment on, y'all see, Melania Trump. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Melania Trump is suing not Joe Biden. What's the son name? Hunter. We're gonna do. I got a whole segment for y'all. She's suing Hunter because he's revealing the fact that it was Epstein. It was Epstein and that introduced Melania to Trump. But these are something that y'all this is something that y'all probably should have known already. I've said something of the nature that Melania was a like a yacht girl. Most of these women were yacht girls, bro. If you want to take it to Jeff Bezos, Elon, it doesn't matter. Diddy, Trump, right? I don't care who you're talking about, bro. Many of these like big time celebrities, media moguls, dudes with money, bro. They're these chicks that they're getting married to, bro. These were former escorts, bro. Former escorts, former yacht girls. But y'all think that y'all about to get a wife, y'all are bro. These conservatives are so delusional. And it's honestly it's just pointless and funny at this point. It's just pointless and funny. Bro, your leader doesn't even have a conservative wife. Come on now. Bro, stop it. These were former whores. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? And then now everybody trying to put Sydney Sweeney on a pedestal. Are y'all dumb or y'all stupid? Now they're putting whores on the pedestal. Bro, I don't care if she's acting or what. She's only famous for those titties. Sorry. She's only famous for those tatas. Now I'm not taking away from her talent at all, but we know why she's famous. We know why she's famous. We know how she got famous. Those tatas are a big reason why she got famous. But now the conservatives are putting her on the pedestal. Yeah, Sydney Sweeney is based. She's a whore. What are we doing? Ain't y'all the same ones who was trying to bash so and so and so, but now we're putting Sydney Sweeney on a pedestal? I can't with you ninjas, man. I can't. I can't. And this is just how you know politics is over in America. Politics is over in America. We're pedestalizing whores. Men are enslaved to women. Most men don't have leverage, so that means there is no proper power dynamic. There won't be a building class at all. The building class has been eradicated. There won't be a new building class, right? Besides the ones who put the pedal to the metal, that's only 10%. It's only 10% of people, 10% of men. There won't be a building class. There will be a slave class and there will be everybody else. There will be a slave class and then you have the everybody else, ninja. And that can be from influencers to presidents to dang on politicians to there's a wide variety of what that could entail. But as far as the building class, there is no more. There is no more building class. Men have stopped building. That is it. Men have stopped building. And to be honest with you, society no longer needs men to build. They no longer need men to build. That's why they implementing the technology. They don't need men to build anymore. That shit is over. I don't know what part of that don't y'all exist. Don't y'all get. Men are not coming back in style. Like, men are not coming back in style. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you just neglected to hear me out when I said this months ago. Men are not coming back in style. I don't care how many Republicans get in office. I don't care how many conservatives tell you what you want to hear. I don't care who tells you what. Men are not coming back in style. Men are done. Men are finished. The building class is done. The middle class is done. Marriages have plummeted. Ninja can barely get punani. Ninja, come on now. And I'm only here to wake up to 10% of y'all. That's all I'm here for. Episode 3 for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. It is coming tonight. Probably late tonight, but the Book of Forbidden Knowledge, episode 3 is coming tonight. So if you haven't signed up for the Patreon, make sure you go up there and sign up. Sign up for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. You get the After Pill archives, which are videos that are no longer on YouTube, live streams that are no longer on YouTube, and you also get my episodic program, right? To build that format that you need to survive in a new world, right? To build that tenacity, to build that fortitude that you need in a new world. Y'all need this stuff. Y'all need this stuff. Men need this. I'm sorry. Men need this. They need to wake up. I talk to men almost on an everyday basis. I see the doom and gloom in dudes' eyes. I see the doom and gloom in dudes' eyes. Many men are not doing well, especially young men. Young men are not doing well at all. And I'm boots on the ground. Shouts out to Moy. I am a member of the Patreon, and you men should be too. Right? How could dudes not people able to get peaches, bro? They can't afford it. See, Moy, you think these dudes can afford it? These dudes can't afford it, bro. They can't afford it. Even on the lower end, you're talking about 120 a pop, 150 a pop. These dudes can't afford it. And I'll take it a step further. Neither should they be able to be honest with you, because, bro, my thing is, I believe that men should have a certain type of mindset going into it, or it just becomes another vice. It just becomes another handicap, right? It just becomes another something that they lean on to escape. Now, if too many men don't have the mental fortitude to be able to even handle that kind of access, right? They don't have the mental fortitude to handle that kind of access. That's something, because you got to call a spade a spade. That's something that can, change your mind on a lot of things, right? Rewire your mind. And if you're not ready for that kind of rewiring, it can be a detriment. It can be a detriment. It can be a detriment to that man. And the truth be told is, a lot of men are not ready to handle that kind of rewiring, because it will change the way that you view the world. It will change the way that you view Women, if you're not strong enough to be able to separate, you know, the difference, if you're not strong enough to separate and understand that this is this, this is that, right? You know, it can get crazy. Yeah. So yeah, because it's not just as simple as yeah, go to the JUCO. Nah, these some of these dudes, they'll end up falling in love with the JUCO. They'll end up like stalking the JUCO, bro. I talk to these women. If you I sit back and talk to some of the bar girls, they'll tell you about the weirdos, right? One of my regulars, right, that I go see, she tell me about the weirdos. She tell me about, this situation, that situation, when a guy grabbed up on her and, like a bunch of stuff. Bro, there's a lot of men out here, a lot of men. It's not just a small portion of men. No, there's a lot of men out here who are weirdos, petties, right? PDF files, grapists, right? Assaultists. There's a lot of men out here. We got to call a spade, right? Women just don't be making up stories. They do make up a lot of stories, but I've been talking to so many women to know the fact that there's a lot of men out here who are just out of their mind. Out of their mind. And you wouldn't know this unless you talk to them. Facts. So you can't even just see more. You just can't throw all the secrets out there because then dudes will go over there with their messed up mindset and mess something else up. They'll mess it up. This is why I believe in pricing. I believe in pricing men out. I believe in pricing people out. I'm sorry. Call me an elitist. Call me whatever you want to call me. I believe in pricing people out. Right? Pricing ghetto ratchet ninjas out, right? Pricing out trailer trash ninjas. Like, I believe in it. I believe in pricing y'all out. Pricing y'all out of say I don't want to be hitting the same chicks. No. No. I don't want you to have access to her. I want you priced out, ninja. I don't want you to be touching the same chick with your dusty hands. I don't want you touching the same chick I'm touching. I'm sorry. I don't want you in the same restaurant as me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just don't. I don't want you next to me. I don't want to live next to you. I'm sorry. This is why I grind so hard. I want to get to the next level and the next level and the next level. I want to be far away from society. I do. As I start to experience human beings in general, I'm like, I got to get away from these mortals. This is literally what I got to get away from these mortals, man. Many human beings are despicable people, dirtbags, shitbags. No purpose, no drive, no ambition. They just alive, right? That's worse. To me, that's worse than death. To me, that's worse than death. To not even be using your full blown body. You have hands, you have feet, you have a mind that works. Go somewhere else in the world where people don't, especially in America, bro. Go somewhere else in the world where people don't have that opportunity, right? Just go to wherever city you live in, right? The nearest homeless person, the homeless person who don't have no legs, he riding around in the wheelchair, right? Somebody who's mentally incapacitated, who can't work a regular job, the elderly, who come on, bro, homeless, where we want to go. You want to go third world or you want to go to your local city? It doesn't matter where you go. Go somewhere where people don't have the same advantages as you, right? Y'all be taking stuff for granted. You better, bro. You better be thankful that you have 2 feet that you can walk on, and you didn't suffer from some kind of deficiency or some kind of disease where they didn't have to cut off your ankles, ninja. You better be thankful that you wasn't born a retard. You better be thankful. Many people are not even thankful for their very life, which shouts out to them. If you don't care, I don't care. They just want to complain. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to complain about certain stuff. Yeah, we get it. We stay up in a messed up society. Yeah, I complain sometimes too. Yeah, we're allowed to complain as human beings. I got you. But to sit and just not do nothing, to not do anything, come on, man. And then complain. It's one thing to be working your ass off and then society still effing you over. That's a whole different story. But to be sitting on your ass and not doing nothing but then complaining while not doing anything, you a sicko. You are sick, my guy. You are sick. You're sick. Right? Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. I keep telling y'all on and on and on. People out here are losers, men and women. There's not good selections on either side, to be honest with you. You got a lot of women who are losers, you got a lot of men who are losers. But we're on the topic of women right now. But there's not many women out here who are worth a damn. They can have a pretty face, cool, whatever. They got a pretty face, right? But most of these women are not worth a damn. They're not. They're not worth the headache. They're not worth your resources. They're not worth your time, your energy. They're not worth it, bro. A lot of these women today are just bloodsuckers. They want to skip all the work that is required to be attached to a man that is headed somewhere, but they don't want to put in that work. They don't want to put in that work. They want to skip it. They're bloodsuckers, thirsty, vampires, succubi, right? Sirens. And to me, that's just a loser. We always use the word loser, and it's always associated with men. No, we got to start calling women losers too, because there's a lot of women out here who are absolute losers, absolute degenerate losers. Always want to play games with men. Always looking for a come up, right? Don't want to work for nothing. Well, we stay in 2025. We stay in 2025. I'm all for it. If you can keep a woman at home, sure. Keep a proper woman at home, aka, like I said, a proper woman, not any woman, a proper woman at home, if you can afford to do so. But as for like the rest of these chicks, no, absolutely not. John says women want you to pay up front. Yeah. For the rest of these women, absolutely not. Undeserving. And for those quality women, many of you men don't deserve that quality woman. Call a spade a spade. If we're gonna keep it all the way 100, there's the majority of women don't deserve the men that they want, and the majority of men don't deserve the women that they want. It's crazy, right? That's crazy. That's crazy how that works. Crazy how that works, huh? That's a big conundrum, huh? That's a big conundrum. Everybody thinks they deserve the opposite person. But in reality, women don't deserve this person, and men don't deserve that person. It's just a bunch of losers out here. It's just a bunch of losers, man. Paying up front is better as a man. Think of money as leverage. Yeah, that's all it should be. Y'all think these influencers, y'all think these celebrities, y'all think these guys who have money, they're not paying, bro, they're paying. Trump paid, Elon paid, Jeff Bezos paid, right? Shannon Sharp paid, the CEO of that tech company paid, right? Leonardo DiCaprio paid, Johnny Depp paid, not Peyton Manning, Tom Brady paid. Should I go on? Come on now. They pay. Bro, the only women attach themselves if they get it quote unquote for free, which they're not like that. It is because a woman wanted to attach to them because of who they are. If you're a rapper, of course a woman wants to attach herself to you because she wants to be a part of that lifestyle. So she's still expecting the lifestyle. She still wants to be paid, aka lifestyle, aka the girlfriend status, aka entourage, aka whatever. Michael Jordan paid, Dr. Dre paid, Dr. Dre, his divorce almost killed him. Dr. Dre had an aneurysm, a brain aneurysm. They said it was stress. It was stress from the divorce finalization. Kobe Bryant paid what's that ninja name? What's his name? The golfer. I can't think of his name. Y'all will put it in there. Y'all will put it in there. What's the golfer? Dang, it's on the tip of my tongue. Somebody about to put it. Dang, I can't think of his name. Tiger Woods. There we go. Tiger Woods paid. Tiger Woods was dealing with like 10 to 15 women. Dang, Kobe was too. Come on now. Can the list go on? LeBron James, so far, LeBron James has kept stuff under wraps. There's been slight leakages. But it hasn't come to the forefront. It hasn't come to the forefront to really damage him like that. It hasn't come to the forefront to damage him, but I'm sure if everything is sealed the way that it's sealed, I'm sure he's paying. He's paying to keep that shit airtight. He's paying to keep it airtight. Yep, Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Mike Tyson, Sean Comer, a.k.a. James. Bro, the list goes on. I don't know why men have a misrepresentation on who's actually paying. They think just because a man is rich or famous or tall or good looking that he's not paying. Now don't get me wrong, now he can have more leeway. He can have more leeway than the majority of men. Sure, good looks take you a long way. Being in shape takes you a long way. Right? It does. So you'll definitely get some freebies. You'll get more freebies than the other guys. But overall, nah, we all paying, man. Like I said, you either tricking or you simping. Right? Both the strategies, I guess. You gotta call it how it is. You either tricking or simping. Tricking or simping. Pick your lane. Some dudes simp because that's their strategy. Right? They sending the chick flowers, telling her, "Oh, you're so beautiful, queen. Grand rising queen. Grand rising." So you got ninjas who use that as a strategy, and you got ninjas who just like, "Hey, baby, how much?" Right? What you need? You need a manicure, pedicure. All right, cool. Right? You said gas, okay. Car note, okay. You said 300, okay. 400, okay. You said 50% of rent, okay. All right, bro. Some men leave with that. If you got the funds, you can get the honey buns. Right? Why play the simping game when you can play the tricking game? Listen. I'm just helping you weigh your options, my guy. Many men simp because they don't have the money to, they don't have the money to trick. It is what it is. That's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to end this off with the Creed of the Outlier. Creed of the Outlier. I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. So they gossiped, mocked, tried to shrink me. But I didn't bend and I didn't fold, and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd, NPCs. I walk above it. I see through the mask and I speak with conviction forged in pain and clarity. Every betrayal carved focus into my soul. Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride. My mission is not optional. My legacy is non-negotiable. And my time is coming. I am built for this, and I will win. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in. Shouts out to everybody that super chat. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in. Tier 1 ain't Tier 1 without paying for play. Yeah. I mean, Being a man ain't being a man if you ain't paying to play. I'm sorry, right? This life is for the builders. This life is for the builders and the winners, right? The builders end up becoming the winners, right? And the winners pay to play. That's it. Shouts out to y'all. I hope y'all got a lesson from this. This was truly an after pill. Hope I continue to add knowledge to you guys, add wisdom to you guys, because many of y'all need it. Guys, Chosen Jamaica, I appreciate you. The Doghouse, I appreciate you. Right? Make sure y'all hit that link in the description. Sign up for the Patreon. Become a member. Right? Just support the channel. Support the channel. If you need those coaching calls, if you need that coaching call, link is in the description. Right? Follow me on Instagram. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that like button on the way out. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.